Appreciative inquiry is both a philosophy and an approach. In appreciative inquiry, we move from the notion that plans and decisions are made from the top down through command and control to the idea that whole systems get involved in decisions and conversations, that the whole is more knowledgeable than the pieces.
Appreciative inquiry is about strength-based positive change. And the appreciate is to value and to understand what is it that we want more of. And the inquiry is the questions are unconditionally positive. And the moment you ask those questions that are unconditionally positive, you begin to move a system, a group of people, into the direction of what they want more of. At NECC, we decided to bring in the SOAR framework into their strategic planning process using appreciative inquiry because we wanted to carry forward the strengths of the organizations, the opportunities, the aspirations, and the results, and the metaphor of soaring and leveraging strengths and opportunities and what the stakeholders want to see more of.
Northern Essex decided to work with Appreciative Inquiry as an organizational tool because it really builds on what is positive and powerful about the strengths of the college. We liked the fact that it was about connectedness and about ways in which we work together in very positive ways to build on what we know we do well and to learn what we can do even better.
Northern Essex has always prided itself on being diverse and being inclusive, but Appreciative Inquiry takes us to a much higher and deeper dimension in the world of diversity than we've ever been before. At the summit, there are so many different people from all walks of life, from all ranks in the college, and from all over the community. The breadth of interest and the breadth of opinions is truly inspiring, and certainly we're going to have a much, much greater plan because of that.
If you are prepared to believe in people, trust them, and acknowledge that in all probability they are the true experts about what they need to be done, then this is a highly productive approach for you.
And I think what differs in this way we're doing strategic planning is that it's been an open invitation, and that the people who have come together to develop this strategic plan really represent all the internal stakeholders of the college, the faculty, the staff, the students on every level, and many of the members of the community, the trustees and the alumni. That really makes it very different than a typical strategic plan. We're not guessing what's important to people. We're asking them. We're interviewing them. We're recording it. And our strategic plan will really reflect what we're hearing in this summit with 156 people.
In addition to the obvious benefits of appreciative inquiry in this process, I'm very excited about the other applications that we are committed to using. Applications for the teaching and learning process, applications in leadership and management throughout the college. It's a culture change process, but it also helps us think about more positive, more strengths-based ways of achieving our goals, and that's very exciting.
Typically here, you know, if you don't do it, you're going to fail. Right. You turned it around and says, no, I want to see you succeed. And the students stepped back and said, wow, I didn't, you know, I don't think many people have ever told me they want me to succeed.
The most important reason for me being involved in the summit is that Northern Essex Community College has given me a foundation that I otherwise did not have in my life. I came to Northern Essex as a person who had no idea where they were going, no idea what they stood for, and no idea what to expect and how to grow and how to fulfill life goals, and even what some of those life goals should be. And being a part of Northern Essex, I have found people that have supported me, encouraged me, given me direction, and given me the strength to become an independent and successful person. So as a thank you to Northern Essex and all the people of Northern Essex that have made me who I am today, this was my one opportunity to really give back as much as I've gotten from the school. And that was the most important thing for me to be a part of.
I don't think we have to add the individual. I think that says it for itself.
Okay.
I was interested in getting involved with the summit for both personal and professional reasons. You know, as a graphic designer and a teacher, and I do a lot of lecturing, I was intrigued by the challenge that the administration of the school had set up for itself of not only trying to communicate in a totally new way to everybody on the campus, but to try to set up new channels that have never existed before here for the faculty and the students and the staff and the alumni and the surrounding community to communicate to each other and to the administration. It was really like a major challenging exercise in cross-communication.
Okay. All right. Tell me about a time you were highly engaged and excited working on a project or an activity. As if you don't have enough of those in your life. We've got 6 of them already here.
At the personal level, I'm a lifelong optimist. There's an element, obviously, of appreciative inquiry that focuses on the positive. And so that's tremendously appealing to me. Organizationally, I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs. It's important for me that the academic piece of what this college does, which is a substantial piece of who we are and what we do, knows how to look at its strengths and grow from those strengths, knows how to plan, knows how to gather and analyze and monitor data. All those things that are a part of planning processes, of effective planning processes, are also part of using AI. So for those reasons, both personally and organizationally, this process is appealing and important to me. And I can't imagine not spending a lot of time with it, to be invested in it. And I'm tremendously gratified to see that so many other people are invested in it. Evidence of that is in the room outside of us here today.
We've communicated or brought awareness of all the resources that are that exist within Northern Essex Community College. So there was probably a greater amount of communication involved.
How do I think appreciative inquiry is going to impact my work as a human resources director is that it's going to make my job so much more pleasant. I can envision employees being excited about coming to work. I can envision everybody thinking that how fortunate they are that they're working at Northern Essex because they have value for their co-workers, they feel respected, they trust one another, and it's only going to make the life of a human resources director that much more pleasant.
Northern Essex has positioned itself as a leader not only within the Merrimack Valley but in many ways around the state of Massachusetts. But it's evident to me as I communicate with my colleagues at other colleges in the state, as I get around the state, that many people look to Northern Essex for leadership at that level.
That is an aspect about leadership that I'd like to leave with you today. And I'd like to talk about it more than just at my level. I'd like to talk about it at every level throughout the institution, because I firmly believe that everybody in this room is a leader. Northern Essex is striving to be excellent in all aspects of what we do. We're very good, but we can be better, and that's what we're trying to do.
Our place, reaching out to alumni and reconnecting them to Northern Essex. We heard about 40 years worth of data being entered into a database and people being called up who hadn't been contacted in 20, 30 years, who were really excited to be contacted by the college, and that there were new donors now because of that.
I think what we're looking at is not just a strategic plan, but a cultural shift, so that this is the way we're going to work together. This is not just going to be a plan that's going to go in a drawer and pull it out when somebody wants to look at our strategic plan. We've made a commitment to be inclusive in how we work with each other from day to day. And I think that using appreciative inquiry, we're making a commitment about how we're going to treat each other respectfully, that we're going to listen to each other, that we're going to value each other's ideas, that we're going to hear people who perhaps were not heard before, that we're going to look at leadership from all the different places of the college, not just necessarily a kind of top tier of people who we always perceived as leaders. This is a different way of doing business with each other.
Northern Essex is a place where people really care about students and they care about community, and if that's what turns you on, this is the place to be.